It's Alex Couley again. It's a delight to be speaking with you again today. Today I want to talk to you about goal setting. I'd like to dispel a couple of myths in the goal setting world, and I'd also like to share with you a few tips that might help you be more successful in your goal setting. They're, if you like, the best signs we've got. So starting with some of the myths. SMART. SMART is an awesome concept. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time framed. That's the gold standard of teaching people goal setting, if you like. But there is a problem with SMART. I can have a goal that's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time framed, but it's damn boring, so why should I do it? So when you're setting yourself a goal, first of all think about what would really excite me as a human being. What would make me feel very proud of myself? Which leads me directly to the next concept that is now being popularized and I would like to challenge. So the concept goes along the lines of you should set yourself a massive goal, a big ambitious goal. People sometimes use different words to describe this, sometimes they include swear words in it, but basically the idea is it should be a huge goal that scares you. I would argue that doing that might work for some people, but for a lot of people, looking at a goal that really scares them actually stops them being able to start. A very effective way for most people to goal set is to take little habitual changes in their lives, and those little habitual changes build up over time. So think about something that you can change in your life, that you can change within the next 3 weeks. But remember, it should be something that excites you. It should be something that you will feel proud of yourself for having achieved. It's not about getting rid of something, it's about bringing more of something into your life. And in fact, when I coach people, when I do leadership development work, I urge them not to use the word goal, but to talk about what do you want more of in your life. It's a far more effective way to process this. Once you've decided that, so what can I do in the next 3 weeks that would excite me as a human being? What do I want more of in the next 3 weeks? Then there are 3 strategies that will help you become more effective with your process on that journey towards reaching that point. Number 1 is being specific. So being extremely clear about what you want to achieve within that 3-week period of time. Looking ahead, visualizing this success, saying you haven't achieved it in every little detail and describing that to yourself. That's likely to increase the chances of you getting there. You're drawing a picture in your head of having achieved this success. Then the second thing is writing it down. Nobody can tell you why writing it down makes a difference, but we do know it increases the likelihood of success with a goal setting process. And then the third thing is called public accountability. But it basically means I've told somebody else what I'm striving towards, and I'm going to check in with them on the way and at the final point to say, did I get there? If I did get there, we're going to celebrate together. If I didn't get there, we're going to unpack why and work out what I can do better next time. Now, I said I would give you three strategies. That's them. Being extremely specific, writing it down, public accountability. But there's also a point that most people talking to you about goal setting won't discuss with you, which is a concept of how we as human beings are deeply connected to others. So in the Western cultures, what we've often done is focus on what are my goals? What do I want to achieve? And we've taken it right down to the individual. But in fact, the science is now showing us that if you track your goals to others, so who else in my life will benefit if I strive towards this? People are far more engaged in the process. This is the gold standard, if you like, of motivation, is how can I improve others' lives by my journey? Parents know that instinctively. Mothers and fathers will go the extra mile. They'll do that extra overtime. They'll stretch themselves in order to benefit their children. It's exactly the same concept here. So who else would benefit? From my perspective, it's my wife. If I work harder, if I'm able to provide a better quality of life for her, That's what we're asking you to think about. So as you go forward, consider these concepts. What do I want more of in my life? What would really excite me? What can I achieve within the next 3 weeks? Be extremely specific about it. Paint a picture in your head of being extremely successful with this. Write it down in as much detail as you can, and then check in with somebody else that I'm going to strive for this goal. I want you to keep me on track with it, and at the end I want to discuss with you, did I achieve it or not? By the way, that's how coaching works. It's no more complex than that. And also think about who else can benefit from me striving this direction. If you do decide to set goals, you do decide to make those habitual changes, I wish you all the luck in the world. Go for it, it's worth it. Speak to you again soon. Cheers.